Okay guys, so now we have all the parts right here, front and rear. We are going to lift it with the help of Joseph, element 44. And for the front, we are using KYB front struts, OEM strut mounts. We are using HRG drop engine kit. You guys can see this one comes with a rear differential spacer. We are going to use these eBay 2-inch spacers for the front. We are going to use 555 made in Japan stuff, ball joint stabilizer links, Moog bushings, and Moog tie rod ends. That's for the front. And for the rear, we are using Swift springs right here. Highly recommend to do this. And we are doing KYB rear struts, 1.5-inch spacers from Aerogenic. And then we are going to do the adjustable upper arms. It's a must, guys, in any element, even that you are not lifting it. And pretty much the same as the front. We are going to use 555 and Moogs. All right, guys, so let's do it. Joseph, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go, brother.
So here we remove the cotter pins first. All right, this is a 19mm nut. Just loosen it. That's it. Just want to loosen. You want to loosen everything first. There's also a cotter pin down here on the lower ball joint. This one, easy. Comes off like that. And this is a 17mm. You just want to loosen it for now. Then we're going to remove this 2 clips for the ABS. Just loosen it, take it out of the way. And then this one's a 12mm for the brake line. Well, loosen that. I always put these back. I take them off and I put them back right away. Just keeps everything a little more organized. And then there's a 10mm bracket here. We'll be removing that as well. These two are 22mm. Just want to loosen those up. Perfect. And this one's your sway bar link. It's a 14mm. Now when you want to loosen it, take it off completely. I always put these back just to keep everything organized. Perfect. Then we hit it here with the hammer. You leave the bolt on there just so you don't damage the threads. And we hit it with the hammer so we can knock this loose. Loose. So we broke this loose. We'll leave that there. We'll just put this bolt in a little bit. And then we'll move on to loosening the jam nut that's on the tie rod end. So on the driver's side, to loosen it is down. On the passenger side, to loosen it is up. And what you want to do is you just want to loosen it and leave it there, because there's a couple more tricks that I'm going to teach you. So I'm going to put this tool in here. So we leave this nut loose so we can use the tool. Yep, didn't work. Didn't work. So we're gonna hit it first with the hammer just to shock this part, and then we'll use a tool. Ready?
Yep.
Nope. Sometimes things don't go as planned, so we're gonna give this a shot.
We already tried 2 tools, right? This is
Yeah.
the third tool, bro.
Yep. Ready?
Ready?
All right. Jesus.
There.
We installed this, right? We installed this, we put pressure on it, and then we held it here with the heat gun. And it'll make a loud bang. I got scared. So let's be mindful of that.
Sometimes you run into problems like these, guys. But like I always say, there is no problems, just solutions. So now we're gonna move to the next step, which is going to be removing the axle nut.
Yep. So now we're gonna be removing the axle nut. So this, I normally hit it with the rubber mallet. So I just want to break it loose. Right. So I'll pry this. What we want to do, pull this axle. There you go. Move it forward like that. Perfect. So we're removing the caliper. Those are 17s, so we'll just be hanging this out of the way for now. Move this towards the front, right there. So sometimes these ABS sensors, they seize into the hub. So what we'll do is we'll just remove it directly from the connector. The connector's over here. It's an orange connector. That's just the easiest way, fastest way if you're going to be removing this entire assembly. What I like to do is disconnect the connector from the bracket first and then remove both connectors.
Nice.
Just makes it easier. So now that everything's loose, axle's out, caliper's hanging out, ABS is disconnected, and now your tie rod is just hanging out. Now what we could do is go back, remove these 22 mils. Boom, easy as that.
And now we can replace the ball joint, the strut, and install the spacers, guys.
Yep. So for most of you that are going to be doing this from home, if you put this anywhere on the ground, make sure you put these lug nuts back in. They don't need to be threaded all the way, but what you'll do is, in the event that you face this the other way on the ground, you're not going to damage the lug nut bolts, threads. So for this, we'll use the ball joint and remover tool. So now to put the ball joint back in, perfect. The clip. So now what we're going to do is, now that we have the hub ready to go, we're going to take off the strut. So these are the 3 14mm bolts. I always like taking the more difficult ones off first on any car. If you realize which one's the most difficult one, start with those. The easiest ones are, you'll see why.
Pretty good tip.
So, do this one. So what we do is we put that and we hold it from underneath, just so it doesn't fall. Take it right out.
So we're gonna replace the strut, OEM strut mount, and we're gonna add the spacer.
Yep.